So I went back and did the math, and this exact desk setup that I have has helped me close $16.9 million in revenue over the past 4 years. Now, it's not about being fancy, but it is about showing up seriously online, and it makes all the difference. My name's Steven, and I'm an executive coach who works with entrepreneurs and executives to help them lead with clarity through chaos. And today I'm breaking down one of the most overlooked parts of your business presence and your productivity, and that's your desk setup. One of the big problems that we run into is with the way that business is done in the modern day, the first time that we tend to meet people and have our first impression is over video conferencing. Now, sure, you might be all dressed up and have your hair done and have gotten groomed for the actual meeting itself, but have you actually taken the time into your desk setup and presence in order for that to accurately reflect who you are and how you look? We're humans, and we do judge a book by its cover. So you can either make that work for you, or you can make it work against you. I've actually got a lot of compliments on the fact that my voice sounds great, and I'm always letting people know that, hey, it's the microphone. And a couple of people that have met me in the real world have actually said I look better on camera. I still don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'll take it. And all of this didn't just happen overnight. I mean, I've gone from working in my kid's room and having to set up in my desk in the very corner of it to this over a couple different years, all right? I truly believe in the concept of getting 1% better though. So I'm going to include all the links of all the gear and anything that I talk about in the description of this video. So if you see anything you like and you're like, you know what? I want to get 1% better today. I want to increase my digital presence 1% better today. You can go to the description and click the links and buy the exact same stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, the first recommendation that I'm going to make is going to be the one that improves your overall setup the fastest, and it's actually not that expensive. Sometimes you can even do it for free, and that is actually not a camera, but it's your lighting. A bad camera can give you good video with great lighting, but bad lighting, even with a good camera, cannot give you great video. Now, to have a really great setup, I normally recommend two different kinds of lights. The first one that you need is a face light, and this is easily the most important. Okay, so I've been through a lot of lights, and granted, this one's a little big, but it is by far the one that makes you look the best. And this actually replaced two different lights that I had, and that is the GVM 100 watt. And this all comes with it. This is the exact one I bought. Again, if you're interested in any of this stuff, I have the links in the descriptions below, so you don't have to look around and guess. You can just go right there, click it, and then you're set to go. But one of the things I love about this light is because it's rounded like that, it gives off a very full and soft light to the rest of the room, not just hitting my face really hard. And I just found that this thing works fantastic. The other thing that's really nice about it is you can adjust the warmth of it. So you can make it super white during the day. You know, if you have like a lot of natural light that's coming into the room to make sure that your face is well lit. But then if you also do a lot of video conferencing at night, or if you ever do any video recording, anything like that, you can adjust this and make it a lot warmer. So that way it's coming off and it's looking a lot more natural. Cannot recommend this light enough. It's a little on the pricey side, I get it, but if you buy this light, you'll probably never need another face light again. So the face light is the most important light you can have. You need that to be hitting here, and it's going to make you look a lot better on camera than if it was dark. Now, if you don't have any money, but you want to improve how your setup is working, just make sure that you are facing a window or some type of natural light source. Even if you can get a lamp and stick it slightly behind your camera and turn that on, so you have light coming towards you, and you kind of want like a light source, camera, face, order in order to get the best look. If you can do that, it's going to dramatically improve how you look on camera. Now, this is getting a little advanced, but this is the second biggest kind of light source that you can have, and that is a backlight. And if you look at mine, I actually have two, right? I have a light bar right here, and that's just on a stand, that I have put up behind the couch. And then over here, I have this lamp, and both of these are the same brand, and I can actually control them on my app. And one of the reasons having a light in the background, even if it's just one of them, is so important is because it really helps the camera give a sense of depth behind you. When it's just really shadowy and dark back there, you just don't get that same kind of effect no matter how good your camera is. So if you really want to go extra on the lighting, get a front light and then get a backlight too. And then that will give a really nice cinematic effect. All right, let's talk about lighting gear. Okay, so one of the things that I really love is being able to adjust the warmth, but sometimes I even like going for a different color. So I have the Govee table lamp right here, and it's great because there's literally an app that I have on my phone, and because I have Govee everything, I can control the lights, the colors, the dimness. It's incredibly customizable and can really help you kind of set the mood for the type of video that you want to have, whether you're live streaming or on a work video conference, or if you're just recording something. The other great thing about this one is that it's just $59. So as far as lamps go, this puts out some great light and it looks really nice. A lot of different features, doesn't cost a lot. Now, if you want something a little bit taller that can do a little bit more, I really love this Govee floor lamp. This is the second one, I guess. And one of the things that's so great about this that you don't really see in this picture is that you can break it out by section. I think it actually shows it here. So yeah, you can do like a red down at the bottom and then yellow up at the top. You can customize the colors by section on this thing. It's really cool. I don't use that too much. I really just use it for a natural light. But again, to have that kind of flexibility and it puts off a lot of light in a certain amount of, in a certain area is pretty awesome. So this one is $100, $110 right now. Obviously the prices fluctuate, but if you're interested in any of these, like I said, the links are in the description below, and highly recommend these. And like I said, I control them all on an app on my phone, so I can change the settings and have them customized with the click of a button, and boom, my entire setup is ready to go. All right, so if you really want to get advanced, I'm actually going to give you a third light, and this is the most recent addition I have, and it's a tiny accent, but I think it really makes a big difference. And if you look down here, you can kind of see this blue coming off, right? Well, that is from my floor light. So this is the Smallrig RM20, and this thing, as you can see, is like the size of my hand, but oof, let me turn it on right here. It puts off a ton of light. I mean, look at all that. So yeah, this is my most recent light purchase. Again, just kind of going with that, trying to get 1% better. It's a small accent light. It's definitely not necessary, but it's so versatile and you can use it for so many things. So if you're really trying to take your lighting setup to the next level, for 60 bucks, this thing cranks out hours of LED light in whatever color you want it to. It's pretty awesome. So I'm a quality over quantity guy, and when it comes to the microphone, this one is definitely the Ferrari of them all, and that is the Shure SM7B microphone. And if you look at it, if you've ever watched any of the top 20 podcasts that are out there globally, you will see that they are probably using this microphone for a reason. Now I have this microphone mounted on my desk that's with a mechanical retractable arm. So when I'm done with it, I can just move it right out of the way, or I can kind of adjust it to be in the video, out of the video, however it is I want to have it set up. But it's always sitting here, it's plugged in, and it's ready to go whenever I need it. So here's the microphone right here. It is $400. Like I said, this thing is the premier microphone. It is not cheap, but it will take your voice and turn it into vocal chocolate for anybody that's listening to it. Now, I have a podcast, so having top quality sound is really important. But something that's been really interesting is how even on live video, people have really brought up and told me like, man, your video and your sound are so clear and they really like it. And I think that it just contributes to the fact that I take my digital presence seriously, and people read into a lot of that. But if you're sitting there and you're like, Steven, listen, I don't have a podcast. I don't care that much. Like, I just want it to sound better than my microphone that's on my desktop or computer. Don't worry, I got you. The Blue Yeti is a great one. A lot of gamers use this. A lot of streamers are using it. I had it for a little bit before I upgraded to the Shure mic. And at 99 bucks, sometimes it's a little bit more than that. It can be like 130, you know, depending on when you get it. This is a fantastic microphone. And with this one, there's a lot of different color options. So if you want to show off a little personality, there you go. The blue one kind of gives like, I don't know, R2-D2 vibes. What do you think? Now, here's the thing about these microphones, okay? These are all ghost powered, which means they don't have their own plugs or batteries that go into them. They draw power from something else. So you are going to need something like this Focusrite in order to be able to plug it in and get it to work and interface with your computer. So this is a really simple one. It only has one input for one microphone. I actually have one that has two because I have the podcast. Sometimes people are here and I just want to be able to, you know, plug them in if they're around. But this is all you need if you're just doing your own personal setup. It's $99. You'll plug this in here, and then that will power the microphone. And then you will take all of the cords, as you can see, like I've done on my desk here, and then that will go into your laptop for some really great sound. Okay, so here's an advanced piece of equipment for you. Sometimes the problems with those two mics is that dependent on where you're lining it up, like I speak with my microphone off my mouth a little bit, so it's not in the camera frame. If I get it up close to my mouth, this isn't a problem. But if you want to move your microphone kind of far away from you, sometimes you have to turn up the volume a lot to where you get a little bit of white noise in the background. It'll pick up some ambient sounds, whatever the case may be. It's very dependent on the microphone that you end up getting. And because of, having to kind of max out that gain, you're just not going to get the best audio quality. So what this thing does is pretty much put your sound on steroids, and then that way you don't have to worry about all that white noise in the background. It is obviously a little bit more expensive at $149, but if you combine this with the Scarlett, with any of these mics, or really any other mic, you're gonna get some top-notch quality sound. And again, if you're skipping around the video, I have all the links in the description below, so you don't have to go and look around for exactly what it is I'm talking about. It'll take you right there. So now let's talk about the thing that brings all of this together, and that is my desk. I absolutely love this desk. Now, it is autonomous.ai is the website. Again, the link is down below if you want to look for it there. But this thing is amazing. The legs on it, as you can see, are steel. So really high quality. It adjusts to whatever height you need it to. And I have the Smart Desk 2 Expand. So this is the wider one, just because I wanted to have some extra space off to the side to where I could just put different things. And I didn't want the desk to feel cluttered. So this thing is absolutely amazing. This is the look that I have, but you can change it, get it to, whatever configuration you really like. And I cannot recommend this desk enough. At, $950, I think this is an absolute steal when you look at other desks, that may be a little, maybe have some drawers or different things on it, but the quality of this, the ability to be able to stand up or sit down, whatever I want to do, I love it. So look, even if you're balling on a budget, there is a desk for you. You have to get a standing desk. It's only $300. I mean, that's incredible. And yeah, you can still change the color. You can get it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. That can take the price up to right around $600. But the benefits of this desk go way beyond just looking nice and then being able to attach everything to it. So what's one thing that every busy professional wishes they could have more of? Energy, right? Well, that's the biggest benefit of the standing desk. It's not just the fact that it's sleek and cool looking and I can attach all these different things to it. It's the fact that if just for an hour or two a day, I stand up and do my work from there, I have so much more energy at the end of the day. It's almost scary. I mean, all the data is incredibly conclusive. If you are sitting for 8 hours a day, you are literally killing yourself faster, let alone having less energy to be able to focus and be productive at your job. So that is one of the reasons why I tell everybody, make sure you get a standing desk. It will change so much about your life. It's insane. All right, so the lighting's good and your sound is coming through great, but you really want to take it up from just talking through your laptop's webcam, right? Because let's face it, it's really awkward when you get that angle where it's just kind of like, shooting up into your nose. Maybe it's like hitting you at the chin at an unflattering angle. Like, it just doesn't look that great. You know what I mean? And we're used to it. But again, if we can separate ourselves and show people our digital presence, that we take it more seriously just by looking a little bit better on camera, it can go a really long way. So my camera, I actually have a stand that's clamped to my desk and then it's holding it off, and that's what I'm looking into right now. And this is the camera that I have, the Sony Alpha ZV-E10. And depending on when you're looking at this, the models will change slightly, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same camera. And the thing that's amazing about this camera is that it is literally built for streaming. So a lot of cameras, unfortunately, will overheat if you use them for more than like 2 to 3 hours at a time. And, for me, I have back-to-back-to-back meetings. I mean, I could do 4 hours straight to where I need this thing on. I have never had an issue with this camera. It's incredible. It'll go 8 hours of either recording or being live, and I have never once had an issue with it. I know it's a little bit high on the price tag at $800, but if you want the top-notch depth with the, the background blurring, different things like that, you need to have a lens that can really come out and kind of provide that for you. So if you're looking for a high-end solution, something you can just mount to your desk, plug into your laptop or computer, leave it alone, and have top-notch quality video quality, this is the one that I'm going to recommend. Now, for everybody out there who's like, Steven, I don't mind making my video look a little well, but I don't need to go that hardcore. I'm not, recording or doing anything like that. Totally understand. This is a fantastic web camera. I used to have one just like it a long time ago. You can put it on your desktop or your laptop, and it is going to give a much better resolution, and it's going to capture some of that depth a little bit better than what your just standard laptop camera is going to be able to do. At 70 bucks, this is a steal. You can absolutely get it. You see it's got great ratings online. I highly recommend this at a minimum if you're using your laptop, because this is something, like I said, it is just going to help you increase your presence. And if you do use your laptop a lot for this, it's nice to be able to mount that somewhere else. Maybe you have a second monitor or whatever, and you can put it on there. And then that way you're shooting at your face straight on, because being able to shoot at this kind of an angle makes a really big difference in just connecting with people digitally. It feels like I'm having a conversation with you if we were sitting down at a table together, versus, again, that laptop view where it's like, clearly it's mounted down below and you're like shooting up into my chin and nose. And unless you're incredibly short, you're probably not going to look at me from that kind of angle. Now, there's one other thing that I have on my desk that I personally love, and at 25 bucks, I recommend it for literally everybody. I am a huge fan of whiteboards, and I love being able to just brain dump on there or write down a quick note or something like that. And I used to use Post-it notes all the time, but they just kept stacking up and making everything seem really cluttered. So now what I use is this Verimax glass desk whiteboard. It's even got a little bit of storage in there, as you can see, looking at the one that I have right here on my desk. I just absolutely love this thing because it helps me just get my thoughts out of my head, be able to visualize it, then I can capture it, wherever I keep my notes, and move on to my next meeting. All right, so that's my $16.9 million desk setup, and counting technically. And hopefully you found something on here that you can use to get 1%, 10%, 100% better to improve your digital presence. I promise you, you're not going to regret it.